There is something the world won't tell you. Not in the noise, not in the news, not in the metrics of success. It's something I've only learned with time and silence. The wise walk slower, and because they do, they see more. When you are young, or hungry, or afraid, you think speed is the answer. Go faster, work harder, catch up, get ahead. You measure life in miles, goals, trophies, promotions. But in all that motion, something sacred is often left behind. Awareness. You stop seeing. You start rushing past moments meant to nourish you. You pass by people who could have taught you. You forget to breathe, and you don't even notice what you've lost, because the world calls it ambition. But life has its own rhythm, and it rarely matches the pace we push for. Look at the truly wise, the ones who carry a peace you cannot fake. They are not in a hurry. They are not loud. They do not chase approval. They do not fear quiet. They walk slower, and they see more. They notice things others miss. The tension behind a smile, the beauty in a leaf turning gold, the way someone's silence says more than their words. They don't rush conversations. They don't force answers. They listen. Let me tell you a story. There was once a young man who worked in a busy city. He woke before the sun and returned home long after it set. Each day was a blur of meetings, deadlines, traffic, and noise. One evening, he visited his grandfather in the countryside. As they walked a dusty path at sunset, the young man grew impatient. "Can't we walk faster?" he asked. "We're not getting anywhere." The old man chuckled. "We're already there," he said. Confused, the young man stopped. "Where?" "Here," the elder replied, pointing around. To the scent of the evening air, to the hush of the trees, to this moment, right now. The boy was silent. He had never noticed that simply walking, with awareness, could feel like arriving. That story stayed with me, because the world will always measure how far you go. But wisdom measures how deeply you've lived where you are. The wise know that life is not a race. It's a field, a path, a sacred unfolding, and you cannot rush what is sacred. When you slow down, strange things begin to happen. You start hearing the birds again. You start feeling your own breath. You look into someone's eyes and truly see them. You cry for the first time in months, not because you're broken, but because you finally gave your soul a moment to speak. The truth is, much of what you seek is already here, but you won't see it at full speed. Love, purpose, clarity, healing. They don't shout, they whisper, and you only hear whispers when you're still enough to listen. Slowing down is not failure. It is not weakness. It is wisdom. It's choosing to live with life instead of constantly chasing ahead of it. It's saying no to the world's pressure and yes to your soul's pace. Some will misunderstand you. They'll ask why you're not climbing faster, why you don't hustle harder, why you leave space in your schedule. Let them ask, let them run. You walk. Walk with presence, walk with depth, walk with eyes open, ears open, heart open. You will arrive. But more importantly, you will see along the way. I've known people who climbed mountains only to find they brought their emptiness with them. I've known others who never left their small village, and yet carried the kind of wisdom that made kings sit at their feet, not because of where they went, but because of how they walked. You do not have to keep up with a world that's forgetting how to breathe. You can reclaim a slower rhythm, a quieter strength, a deeper way of being. Because the wise, they walk slower, and they see more. And so I say to you, dear one, do not fear falling behind. What matters most has never been found in the rush. It's found in the noticing, in the remembering, in the presence. Let the others sprint. You walk with grace, and you'll see what they miss.